Cruz here with two-division world champion SHAKUR Stevenson, man. What's up? Talk to us. What's going on?
Shit, ain't shit. Just staying in the gym, staying sharp, staying ready, and ready for my next fight whenever they call me for a date. We've been trying to get some opponents lined up, and just waiting on somebody to say yes.
So, man, I just want to get straight to it. I seen that you sent offer letters to William Zepeda and Isaac Cruz. They denied you. Of course, they turned down the offers.
Nah, I haven't heard William Zepeda turning me down yet.
Okay.
I ain't heard that yet. I don't know how true that is.
I thought they said that that fight wasn't ready or something like that.
Nah, they said that was Golden Boy and their team before the offer was presented.
Oh, before it was presented.
Was basically saying they wasn't ready for that fight. At the moment, it wasn't. They'd rather that fight build up, and that's what I was hearing.
That's what you were hearing.
Now that the offer sent, we still ain't hit nothing back, as far as I know.
I know you said on your live, you like, what's the point of this fight building up? What's your thoughts on? What is your actual thoughts on that? On building the fight or getting them ready? Do you think it's like we should fight now? If you lose, you lose. You win, you win. You can move on and still be great.
Now I got a different aspect on that because I feel like it's depending on how good the fighter is. Like if you got two fighters and you know that they really that good, sometimes you can't build it up just to make more money as far as the event and making it a bigger event. But you got a fighter where you think one may be really good, the other one is like mediocre, almost good, but they might lose before you even get a chance to even get in the ring with them. So it's like, what's the point of even giving that money up to somebody that you may not make as much money fighting me? So I think it like defeats the purpose.
One thing that you said on your live when you spoke about the situation, you said how much bigger is William Zepeda going to get? And no disrespect to him, but he's just coming off a win with Jojo Diaz. And honestly, like what you said, it's like how much bigger can he get like with fighting you? You know what I'm saying? You would think that that would be the reward for beating Jojo Diaz. Or not, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, but if you get a chance to fight SHAKUR, why wouldn't Golden Boy or William Zepeda take that fight?
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like just because of the fact that we don't know how good he is. Like, I really don't know how good he is. I mean, he throw a lot of punches, not very skillful. He gets hit. Just because we don't know how good he is, it's like, man, let's make a big fight. You know, he got a buzz running right now. He's knocking dudes out, beating them, and he's looking okay. So why not make a big fight with me right now? What's the wait? What's the hold up?
Do you feel like the networks will get in the way of that if they do deny you and they decide, because he is ranked by the WBO if I'm not mistaken also. So if they do deny you, you see what I'm saying?
Nah, I don't think so. I think he was with Golden Boy in DAZN. I think Top Rank and DAZN already made fights happen before. Top Rank and Golden Boy made fights happen before, so I think that they not going to deny it. I think that they just need to make it happen. It's all on William Zepeda. If he say yes, then it's going to be, a fight to happen.
So looking at the rankings,
but Isaac Cruz said no.
Isaac Cruz said no.
Yeah, Isaac Cruz said no.
Okay.
Now, what was that talking he was doing on Twitter when he was
the
talking?
Same day he did that is the same day he said no.
And they decided to go another route, right? I think he going after the IBF or something like that.
I ain't hear what was.
I think that's
reason.
what they said, that they going the IBF route.
I ain't never hear his reason of saying no, but I mean, if it's me in front of him, so he's good to go the IBF route.
Yeah.
Once you get these titles, you can't run from them.
Nah, not at all.
So if you go down the rankings, down the WBC rankings, next opponent up will be George Kambosos, and then Jermaine Ortiz after that. And Jermaine Ortiz said he'd give you your first loss.
Yeah, I remember him saying that.
You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about those fights? Those are more realistic fights where the networks wouldn't, like they in-house fights. You know what I'm saying? So how you feel about George Kambosos? Do you feel like his handlers would throw him in there with SHAKUR Stevenson after coming off 2 losses with Devin Haney?
I'm gonna stop him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop him. If he say yes, if he end up winning the fight, I'm stopping him for sure. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him, and I'm getting him up out of there. He's coming off 2 losses. I know his confidence is down. I'm gonna beat the hell out of him. I don't even think he wanna even say yes to that. But Jermaine Ortiz, he's a tough dude. Yo, I give him credit. You wanna know why? Cause in the amateurs, he fought everybody. Like, He was one of them dudes who fought everybody.
Who, Jermaine Ortiz?
Yeah, he even he fought Boots. He fought
Boots.
Boots 141. They fought Boots at the Olympic qualifier.
Okay.
And he was really in there trying his hardest. Like he really gave Boots a good fight.
So did he
it's on
have
YouTube
that,
too?
Did he have that skill level back then?
Nah, he's not skillful. That's the thing. He's not skillful. He's tough. He's tough. Like, it may look like he was a little skillful with Lomachenko, but that's because Lomachenko limited skills his damn self. But truth be told, Jermaine Ortiz, he's tough.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a tough fight for.
Well, Loma said that he's, you know what I'm saying, skillful and he know boxing. That's what he said.
Nah. I disagree with that. I mean, he know how to make fights tough.
Yeah.
He's a tough fighter. Like, he's gonna go in there, he's gonna rough you up. He's gonna throw 6-7 punch combinations. Use his head. He's rugged and he's tough. I don't take nothing away from Jermaine Ortiz, so I'd be willing to fight Jermaine. I think that that's a fight that I'd be willing to get in the ring with him.
Could there be a possibility of being the next fight?
I mean, if everybody else say no, I think he like number 6. So it's like it's all up to once we go down that list, you know.
I know Edwin Soto is kind of further down that list, but that's somebody who's been.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Yo,
I
I will beat the hell out of that dude. Like, they are crazy. I don't even understand why they even they tweet me constantly. They jump on my Instagram live constantly. They fucking post about me nonstop. I mean, if he really want to fight that bad, I swear to God, I wish he was higher up in the rankings because I will fight him. I just want an opportunity at the big fight. So it's like. He's not higher up. I think he's like number 11.
Yeah, he was
last time.
Yeah, like he's all the way down. So it's like, I would have if he was up, like I would take that fight and I would beat the hell out of him. Like he's hyped up because he fought the Mexican dude and beat him, but that's a whole different
style of yours, a whole different situation.
Yeah, a whole different guy right here. Like,
so Tank, right?
Yeah.
Also went on the Rise podcast, said he cracked you and Devin. Y'all went back and forth on Twitter. What's your current take on that right now?
Tank a liar. I mean, he's lying. And it's me being like 100% honest. Like, on my daughter, like, I never been dropped. I never been hurt. I never been wobbled. I never been buzzed in no sparring or fight. I mean, and if anybody can say different, tell them pull it up. I done been in there with Regis Prograis. That's a 140 pounder. I done been in there with Terrence Crawford, 147 pounder. I done been in there with Jerron in his boots. Killer. He's punching way harder than Tank. Now I don't know how hard Boots was trying to hit me. I ain't gonna even act like Boots was trying to kill me. But I done been in there with all of these dudes. I never been hurt. Buzz, my defense is great with anybody. I keep the same energy with anybody I get in the ring with. I know people got to deal with me. That's how I feel about myself. Like, when you get in the ring, you got to deal with me. So when Tank was sparring me, he had to deal with me. I ain't have to deal with Tank. I wasn't thinking about. Honestly, I was just thinking he was a big puncher. Like, oh, he's just a big puncher. I didn't think he was somebody I really had to like worry about. Like, I was in my head, he got to go against me. So.
How do you feel about his skill level now?
I mean, he a great fighter. I ain't even about to do no faking. Like, I ain't about to be one of those dudes that get on there faking and act like, just because I'm mad at the dude. And that's what everybody like, oh, you was a fan of him, or I was. I mean, not even was. I am. I'm still a fan of Tank.
But that's genuine love.
Yeah, like, I'm a real person. Like, I still feel like he's a great fighter. I don't feel he could beat me. Like, I feel this way about myself. I'm a bad motherfucker when it comes to boxing. But truth be told, he's a great fighter. I don't take nothing away from him. His skills is tremendous, and he's a special fighter. There's nothing to say bad about the nigga. I know the nigga want to talk crazy and get on Instagram and do all that extra big boy talk. Ain't nobody worry about that shit, nigga. When you fight me, he better do all that same shit that he doing.
Do you think y'all could ever go back to what it used to be when y'all was actually cool, after all this stuff that just happened recently?
Nah, fuck that nigga. I don't want the shit to go back to the shit.
Yeah, you feel like lines will cross?
Yeah, let's fight. At the end of the day, let's fight. It's boxing, so it's like you can get there and do all that damn rah, all that extra shit, but it's boxing, so it's like we gonna have to fight. So I'm cool. it's whatever. But I'm not gonna get on no camera and just be like, oh, nah, he's not that good. Nah, he's a great fighter. It was good sparring from both of us. He's lying with what he said. And I feel like if it was a fight from that sparring, when I did a camp with him with Pedraza, I feel like I was the better fighter.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that just to clarify, y'all sparred during the Pedraza camp.
Yeah, I wasn't even pro yet.
Yeah, you
wasn't. I felt like I was the better fighter.
How old were you at the time?
I want to say it was right after the Olympics, so I want to say 19. I probably was 19.
Is that one of those fights that you feel like would have to marinate? Like if it does happen, right? He said, get with his promoters.
Nah. That fight don't gotta marinate just because the fact that he talking the way he talking. So at the end of the day, if you want to talk like how he talking, like what he's saying, we can fight, right? As soon as he done beating up them Mexicans or the Dominican dudes he fighting, me and him can fight.
It's
we can ring.
It's already built at this point. And y'all both top of y'all game.
I mean, I don't even care about none of that. I don't even care about the building,
You don't care about the.
I don't care about shit. I just want you to stand on everything you say. No, I'm coming straight at niggas. That shit stuck in my brain. Now I'm in the gym harder than ever. Come on, come do what you said you're gonna do. I'm ready, nigga.
Hey, you feel like that type of mentality is needed in boxing right now? You know what I'm saying? Because you seem to be with the smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like you call these dudes out and you're willing to, you know what I'm saying, make the offers, send them offer letters and stuff. Do you feel like the business kind of gets in the way sometimes and you're trying to change that?
I mean, yeah, it probably do, but I think that a lot of the shit be like the fighters. I think it's all on the fighters. I think that some of it do be the promoters getting in the way, but if you really want to fight somebody, at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10 it's going to be the fighter. You got a choice whether you want to say yes or no. You got a choice whether you want to go to your promoter, tell them to make this fight happen, and that's on the fighter. If the fighter's that, how this nigga talking, how he talking, if he really feel that way, when he done with whatever he doing, he could go right to Al Heyman, because I know he's still with Al, and say, nigga, make me and Shakur, or make me and Devin how you talking, and prove what you say.
That's one of the things he said he's never asked for the big fights.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Well, you also mentioned that in your tweets where he said that.
No. I know what he told me. Now I don't know what he's done.
Okay.
I know what he told me for sure, but I don't know what he's done. I don't know whether he went to Al and said make something happen. I don't know none of that.
That was my next question on what he told you, and what you did tweet was about. You said you was just gonna make a bunch of money by fighting Bone, and from this point, that's what it looks like he doing.
Yeah, but the thing is, look, I
don't want to say.
Well, I ain't gonna say a bunch of bones because Pedraza wasn't a bone.
I don't want to call nobody a bum, bro.
Yeah, okay.
This what I'm gonna say. When I did all that shit with him on Twitter, I allowed him to take me to a certain level that I should never allow him to take me to. So I feel how I feel about that nigga. Like I want to fight at the end of the day. I don't even want to keep talking. I want to fight. But what I did with all that shit on Twitter and me and him going back, I should never did that because I done matured over the years. I done got a lot better than what I was at 18, 19 years old. I'm 25 now. I got a daughter, all that kind of shit. So when I allowed that nigga to take me to a certain level, I don't even want to even talk about what the nigga said. I think all that shit is just like gossip.
Yeah.
All gossip, because at the end of the day, it's about when me and him fight. That's all that matters. It's about what you say. Niggas know I'm coming and how you talking, like how big he trying to talk, and you know, it's all about that. Other than that, I don't even want to talk about like the gossip or what he said. That's me dumbing down to that nigga level where I should never even done that shit type shit. So
hey, so getting off Tank, right?
Yo.
Have you, obviously Bob Arum said you're getting the win out of Loma and Devin, right? Have they given you any names that you might take on next aside from the names that you've been calling out and have been calling you out?
Nah, them the names that's lined up because it's the WBC ordering it, so it's like I'm the guy right there still standing there waiting for whoever the people that's on the list to accept the fight. So
is the WBC the only route you going at the moment?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, for sure. I think that's the route that's gonna put me in position. So I honestly feel like I can't.
Well, either way, you line up to fight.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say what I was just about to say, but
I mean, you SHAKUR Stevenson, bro. Like we know, we know what it is. Yeah, we know what it is. So, I guess, do you feel like right now, like people using your name for clout and taking your shine in the same sentence?
I mean, not really. I ain't. Those people, they could say. I mean, everybody got an opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna say what they say. It's a lot of fighters who big talk and they do stuff for social media. I feel like we in like a different era where like the social media world means so much to these people. So they may get on Instagram and Twitter and flex like it's like oh yeah, I want to fight, and oh such like Zepeda said send a contract. The next day we sending in the contract. So now we get to see like if you really about what you saying on social media, or if you about cap, like if real shit was cap on social media, like so. I just feel like at the end of the day, it's like a different type of era. Like these dudes, they all gonna say your name on YouTube, but that shit get real different when it become fight night and you gotta actually get in front of a motherfucker. And it sound good to, oh, I'll be SHAKUR, or I'll do this, but that shit sound real good. But when you really, it's fight night and motherfuckers is right in front of you and you can't hit a nigga, you can't touch a nigga, you in there hopeless, feeling like, damn, I just lost. All you start thinking about is the payday. Yeah. That's all motherfuckers start thinking about at the end of the day. Like, fuck it, I made $2 million, or I made 1.5 million that night, so I'm good. It's alright. My family fed. I'm straight, but I got my ass whooped.
Gotcha. Hey, so let me, go ahead.
Now I was gonna get off of the SHAKUR for a second because I know your little brother is getting ready to go to nationals.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Is he ready?
Nah, that nigga, my little cousin.
He love your brother, bro.
Yeah,
I do, man. I watched him.
It's my little cousin. He a bad motherfucker.
I mean, your cousin,
yeah, he a bad motherfucker. But that nigga, he only way he ever lose if he beat himself. Like he's like extremely talented. He been fucking talented since yay high. Like this nigga been living with me for so long. This little nigga is just like, he gets better and better every day. Like from sparring me, from watching me spar, I see certain shit that I just did like 2 days ago. This nigga doing it.
He picked up on
quick.
it.
Like he did a quick learning. So at the end of the day, I feel like with him, he's so talented. I don't think none of them kids could beat him. I just feel like only way that he was to lose if he allowed himself to lose.
Yeah.
You know, the reason I like him, like I said, watching him go out there and do what he did in the amateur fight, and then come right in here and spoil you right afterwards, and then get back to work and right back at it. Like you don't see that I haven't seen that from fighters in a long time.
Yeah, that's me training. That's me training my little cousin with a mindset. I'm trying to train him with a tough mindset. You know, I don't want him to have a weak mindset. So right after that fight, as soon as he got done, I feel like he ain't. The fight was, you feel me? He did what he's supposed to do at the end of the day. But yeah, it's not, you feel me? So right after I told him like, yo, let's go to the gym and spar. I told him like, shit, let's go to the gym and spar. And he came and we worked. And I told you, I'm just training that little nigga to be ready for when it's time to do what he got to do.
Hey, so switching gears real quick, Regis Progress just fought, since you brought him up earlier in the interview.
Yeah.
Regis Progress just fought versus Jose Zepeda. Stopped him in the 11th round. I'm not sure if you got to see that performance, but looking at the landscape at 140, one of the talks is Jose Ramirez might be next or Tio might be next. How do you see those fights? Like stylistically, how do you see those fights going?
I think Regis tough for anybody. I don't care who you is. You gotta be ready to get in the ring with Regis. I feel like he a dog. He got a dog mentality. And whether it's Tio, whether it's Ramirez got a dog mentality too, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't think he can do nothing with Regis. I think Regis will beat Ramirez. I think Tio is a tougher fight just because Tio is skillful. He real skillful and he got the skills to not let Regis get into the fight, but still, like, it's gonna be tough for both of them dudes if they do fight each other. I think that Regis is a hell of a fighter.
You know, I want to go back to something you said earlier. You said Lomachenko is limited skillful. Like, can you expound on that just a little bit?
I don't like. This is the thing. Like,
Y'all ain't got boxing skills.
yeah. I don't want to take away from like what the world believes
He ain't like that.
about Lomachenko. I don't want to take away from that just because of the fact that that's what the world believe. I don't want the kids coming up and all that. But I just feel personally like he not really as skillful as he's like been made seem. And maybe he is. Maybe he is. It's just he just lost it, being that he haven't been boxing and active for a long time. So maybe it's just the inactivity. But his last fight, when I watched it, it just was like, I don't know. I just didn't see the Lomachenko that I used to see. So I think right now he's like very vulnerable. I think you could throw him in there with a lot of people and they might end up beating Lomachenko. But I don't take nothing away from him. He a great. I look at him like a great though.
Either way, that's one of the fights you think that you can go in there and easily win because of your skill level at this point.
Yeah, I think I'd torture him.
How you see Devin Haney and Loma?
I think Devin torture him now too. Like I thought it would have been like a closer kind of fight. But after watching what I watched and then watching, I watched Devin first, then watching Lomachenko. Nah.
Did Devin look sharper the second fight versus Cambosos?
It wasn't even that he looked sharper. It just looked like he just looked like a way better fighter than Lomachenko. Like Lomachenko ain't looked that good to me. I think he just looked old or something. Like it just wasn't the same Lomachenko. Like he was slow. Like
he wasn't hitting those angles like he used to.
The first 3 rounds, it was like he couldn't even. Like usually it's like okay, the first round he take off and then he start picking it up. But it's like the first 3 rounds, it's like, dude, what the hell is you doing? Like, you gonna punch or what's going on? Like I don't know. So he tough, but I don't.
He did the same thing in the Teal fight where he started off slow.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, just to end things off, anything you might want to add?
Nah, I ain't really got too much to say. I'm just staying focused. I'm in the gym. We in the gym right now with this interview.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just staying out the way and staying focused, man.
Yes, sir. Shakur, man, thank you for always being graceful with your time. Man.
Got you.
Yes, sir.
Got you.